this way, but sometimes it's necessary. Fuck you, whatever. Fuck you, whatever. Fuck you, whatever. Fuck you, whatever. Now, folks, I don't like talking this way, but sometimes it's necessary. Fuck you, whatever. Fuck you, whatever.
How's it going, Korffers from around the world? It's been, what, 2 years? 2 years since Santa in a floppy hat made an appearance. But first, no one has been served. Royce Myers III, Big Don Ecker, David Vietney, Michael Horn, F1 Racer, Jimmy D, and Tina. Nobody has been sued. Nobody has been served. We've been quiet, very quiet. But if you've been up on the blog, you've seen that we haven't been that quiet. We keep up the pressure on our favorite village idiot. We got a lot to talk about, folks. So let's get on it. Keep smiling, Calvin. Ha! Keep smiling. All right. Well, as you know, we pretty much shut down Calvin Carlton Korff. Back in June 1st, 2008, the blog went live. It's been a wonderful experience, and because of the blog, because of the YouTube channel where we edit in the truth, and because of Big Don Ecker's radio show, we shut down the fraud game of Calvin Carlton Korff. But did he stop? No, he didn't. Where's my nose? Don't feel like wearing it. Just wanted to give you a little bit of update here for the closeout of 2014. On June 8th, 2014, Calvin Carlton Korff said, "Hey, sons of bitches, I'm going to be publishing my book, or series of books, in 90 days. 90 days. From June 8th. Well, you know what, folks? It's 90 days past September when he was supposed to do this. Failure. Once again. Keeping up the good work. July 27th. Calvin Carlton Korff made the claim that he would have iPads for Indian children at the Noble School. Never happened. More on the Noble School later. What the hell? Let's talk about it now. Calvin Carlton Korff, in June 5th, 2014, he said, "I am now the headmaster of the Noble School." The Noble School is where they teach kids how to use their utensils and wipe their ass to be better people. You don't believe me? Go to nobleworldschool.com and you'll see Calvin's mug right there. That's what he looks like now, folks. That is our favorite village idiot. Even worse, Calvin Carlton Korff has Korff tits now. Check them out. December 2013. Right there. Those aren't implants, folks. That's natural. Natural. Good job, Calvin. Good job. I wanted to talk to you for a moment about what has Calvin done right as opposed to wrong. Let's talk about it. Calvin Carlton Korff wrote a little pamphlet on the Billy Meyer case that can be found on the internet. Even Calvin doesn't make it available because it's shit. After that, he wrote this book, Roswell, the UFO Crash, What They Don't Really Want You to Know. Calvin will have you believe it's the best-selling Roswell book of all time.
Whatever. Fuck you. Whatever.
The Billy Meyer story, Spaceships of the Pleiades. That's what Calvin's really known for. I will tell you that these two books are actually things that he wrote. Some people would say plagiarized. Some people would say wrote. I won't get into it. I will tell you that in this Billy Meyer book, there's an interesting thing in here. Very interesting. I can't find it. You know what he says in here? The only thank you that he gives in that book is for a guy in Fremont, California who owns a cab company. Okay? This guy still owns the cab company. He's an Indian, dot on the forehead, not the woo-woo. He still owns that company. And when you're reading the book, you get to the end and he says, I want to thank this one guy for driving me around, carting me from here to there, taking my wide-ass, wide-load, two-hatchet-handle self here and there and here and there. Think about it, people. He doesn't thank his mom. He doesn't thank his dad. He doesn't thank his dirtbag brother. He thanks a guy who drove him around in a cab. One might think, why didn't he drive himself around? I have no idea. But he hangs his whole life on this book. On this book. Because he hasn't released his book or series of books on consumer terrorism or whatever it's going to be on. But he thanks a guy who owns a cab company in Fremont, California as his number one fan, his number one helper in him getting this thing done. Think about that. We move on. Sort of back in the timeline, but we move on to this. The JFK murder solved, a 2 VHS set that F1 heard about, told me about it, and then FN bought this thing and sent it to me. And I checked it out. I can't tell you. I'm not a JFK guy. All I know is it's a shitty videotape of him talking in some conference room somewhere, yada, yada, yada. Again, he's got this, he's got this, and he's got this. Okay? That's what he's got to hang his hat on. Everything else is horse shit when he says he's done 50 books on F1 Racer and 50 books on Don Ecker. Yada freaking yada do. It's all horse shit. I just wanted to come on to tell you that we're keeping up the pressure. People will ask why. Nobody knows this guy. Nobody cares about this guy. The problem is this, folks. He hurt people in their personal lives through his behavior. Through lack of character and his lunatic behavior, he called out Kevin Randall, a real-life soldier, as a coward. He ripped off Apple products from a humanitarian in the Czech Republic. He yelled, screamed, and terrorized a nice woman up in in the northeast of the United States and her 15-year-old daughter. And what really gets most of our goats is just the claims and the lies and the threats and the happy horse shit. What kind of lunacy does it take? For Christ's sakes! to steal the identity of a lawyer who's practicing in Los Angeles, California, steal his identity and send an anonymous email out to Big Don Ecker and say, we're going to sue you. You need to look no further than the lunacy of somebody doing that when they know that Big Don Ecker, with his background, would just look up the phone number on the internet and call the guy. You've got to be kidding me. Lunacy at its highest order. My God. Yes, Santa and Floppy Hats drank a little bit tonight. But for Christ's sakes, wouldn't you drink if you were looking at that? That's not even his package, folks. That's photoshopped on a guy with a package. His package is right there above his no-dick freaking groin. Anyway, I just wanted to tell you there'll be more Santa and the Floppy Hat videos in the future. We have some special guests who are going to come on in 2015 to expose little Calvin Korff. And we're going to keep up the pressure forever. All right? No matter what happens, the Calvin Carlton Korff shadow that's cast on the internet will not stop. It will not degrade. If there's only one reason Santa and the Floppy Hat is in this Korffing syndicate horse shit, it's to make sure that the internet shadow of Calvin Carlton Korff follows him for the rest of his life.
Now, folks, I don't like talking this way, but sometimes it's necessary.
Merry freaking Christmas, my friends.
Fuck you.
Don't forget that you too can get man tits. You gotta work at it. You've got to accomplish virtually nothing in your life and eat a lot of rice. A lot of rice.
Now, folks, I don't like talking this way, but sometimes it's necessary.
Calvin, we will not stop. As always, Korffy, Korff-free internet. Korffers unite. God bless Big Don Ecker. You're going to hear from me in the new year. I promise. Hey, I need another beer.